You need to turn this damn heat on in here.
Yeah, it's cold. I might keep my jacket. My hoodie, bro. It's cold. This one.
I have to, man. Dude, I'm usually hot.
I didn't have this.
Yes, you think so. All the people coming down with COVID and the health region in here and all this bullshit.
Woo!
That's what they probably do. That's like they do in hospitals. Coldness was for stop the spread. Like hospitals. You don't have the heat blasting and that stuff spread on you. Everybody's sick.
See, the last time you were here, I think I had 11 days sober. Now it's over 38 days.
Congratulations. God bless you, brother.
Still right.
That's right. Who woke us up, y'all? God. Grant us serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will, not ours, be done. Amen. All right. You ready, Rob?
Anybody want to read this just for today real quick? Or what we going to do?
Ain't no just for today. Nobody got it.
Nobody? All right. So 30 minutes in, 30 minutes out, something like
They're
that?
done at 12 o'clock.
Okay, guys. So y'all know that y'all been to this rodeo before, right? So we want you to know something. If you want to participate more in your recovery, because you ever hear the saying, you only keep what you have by what?
Give it away.
You got to stay active. You got to stay active in the changing of the mind. So, you understand what I'm saying? So just don't come here for the 30 days, 40 days, and get out here and go back to everything like everything is cool. Everything's probably not cool. You know what I mean? The disease is just under arrest. Y'all know what arrest means? Y'all been arrested before?
Yeah.
Y'all know what that means? You've been apprehended, right? But when you apprehended, you still got to do something to get out of custody, right? So when you go into recovery, you got to start learning to do step work. You got to start talking to your sponsor, talking about that trauma and so forth. Everybody know what trauma is?
Mm-hmm.
What's trauma?
Something that happened to you,
Traumatic.
traumatic experience.
Traumatic experience. You got your charger? I need the box. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But also, it manifests itself in different ways. Sometimes you might be talking to a lady and just go like this. Y'all know what that means, right? Somebody went upside her head, and she's still suffering from the trauma. Sometimes people been raped. Somebody smell like Old Spice, and they smell Old Spice. That, you know what I mean? They react. So one of the goals here is not only just do your journaling, you have to find out what are your triggers. What are your triggers? What are the things that make you want to go use drugs? Because using drugs is what they call a coping skill, right? But there are other coping skills you can do besides drugs. You follow what I'm saying? You could be proactive. You can clean the house. You can go exercise. You can do some writing, reading, and all that kind of stuff. These are things we want you to do. I'm going to say this and be quiet. They had these mice, right? And they had one little room is a big part. And they had one little room, and it was just dope, right? Heroin, somewhere it was. So guess what? The mice kept going over to the dope and the cocaine. It was just, that's all they was doing because they didn't have anything else to do. But on the other side, it was like a playground, like Walt Disney joint, right? So they had so much to do. And guess what? The mice stopped using the drugs and start going over here doing stuff. You follow what I'm saying? So once you guys get yourselves back, you got to start taking your family to the zoo. Anybody got a problem doing that? Because what is that called? Quality time. And the disease of addiction is antisocial. So it don't want you to do social things, right? So it wants you to do social things so you can start acclimating and understanding that life is much more than just drugs, if you follow what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So when we start looking at stuff like this, right, we really need to start doing examination. Every last one of y'all, when y'all come, y'all should have books. Because not only we give out information, we also give resources, jobs, $19.50 an hour and all that kind of stuff, right? But you can get these jobs, but if your mind is the same thing, what you going to do when you get that money? Same thing you always been doing. You understand? So you're going to have to shake it off. And the thing we talk to men, a lot of times men have called pride issues. And we call that the primary reason I die early. Why? Because I don't ask for help. This is the perfect place to ask for help. If you feel like using, you need to let people know. Because under the using, something else is going on. You feel at ease, or what they call a dis-ease. Mm-hmm. Dis-ease. Your spirit is at a dis-ease. And you're always trying to change reality. Through bad relationships, through drugs, through arguing and fighting. Sometimes we have poor impulse control. We like to put our hands on people. We like to fight because we don't know how to express ourselves. So part of this right here, this is what we want you to do. But we also say y'all need to have a book. Start doing some journaling. When you come down on Saturdays, take some notes. Talk to your counselor next week. If something sparked, in your head and say, I want to talk about this and talk about that. Talk to your counselor. Write stuff down. I'm telling you, make the best of your time right now, because when you get out of this joint, it's going to be get ready, get set, go. They don't care, because back in the day, you used to have a whole year in rehab. Y'all remember that? Yeah. A whole year. Then they cut it down to 6 months, 90 days. Now you got 28 days. So you won't have no time to be bullshitting. You feel me? If you want to get back to your family, to your wives and your children, and get your life and live life as other people do, is that what y'all want to do? Raise your hand if that's what you want to do. Raise your hand if that's what you want to do. All right, you're in the right place.
Thank God for last night's rest, this morning rise. Thank God for His grace and His mercy. Grace is always giving me what I don't deserve, and mercy is not giving me what I do deserve. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. How everybody doing? Good. It looked like they turned the temperature further down. Yeah. Like we in an ice box. But anyway, I'm Dirk, right? And that's Rob. I've been clean for 14 years. Rob been clean for 13 years, but all we got is what? Today. Yeah. If anybody open up the Recovery Bible, we're going to make it spiritual, never make it religious, right? They have a couple of pages on the beginning of the Recovery Bible. It talks about 12 laws of recovery, all right? These are spiritual principles put into action, all right?
So you got to put them into action.
Huh?
What you put them in action for?
Because you won't be lip service, because anybody can say anything.
I won't smoke crack no more, Mom. Please?
So it's our action.
That's right.
So we got to put these spiritual principles into action. All right. This is like my medicine list right here to help me stay jail-free, drug-free, stress-free, sucker-free. Practice spirituality. Number 1, humility. Humility will result in what? Honor. Humility will result in honor. Why is that important for us to be humble in recovery, in life generally? Anybody? To be humble. To ask for help, to remain teachable. Hello? Humility. Somebody talking slick. Give him a pass. Let him know that he might be what? Miserable, unhappy, or ungrateful. And he's miserable, and he don't want to be here, but he is here. But if I put too much focus on what he's doing, I lose what? Me and my process while I'm here at Kirkbride. Got to stay humble.
Let's interject this. Remember Rocky 3 night?
Yeah.
Well, y'all remember when Mr. T was fighting Rocky? Y'all see the commercial, like the previews and so forth? I was watching the previews and I was looking at the joint. I said, dang, Mr. T be beating up trees. I said, Rocky ain't got no chance against this guy. And as we watched the movie, Rocky was like getting a little cocky with it. He was sitting up, eating grapes and all that stuff. He was Mr. Prime Time and all that kind of stuff. But Mr. T was hungry. You understand what I'm saying? So Mr. T couldn't really get him because, the boxing game, they make sure that you can't fight. They don't want you to fight the most dangerous person. So Mr. T went to the press conference. He was sitting in the back, and Mr. Rocky was up there with his wife looking sharp and all that. And Mr. T hollered out, "You ain't no champ, you a fool." I was like, damn, he going in. And he told him, he wanted to provoke him. And how do you provoke a man?
Talk about his woman.
Talk about his woman. Yeah. Talk about his woman, boy. Mighty Mouse will jump up. So this is what he does, right? He said, listen, I'm looking at you up there. You standing next to that fool. Look like you ain't had a man in years. You need to come down to my hotel room, 204, and I'll show you what a man's all about. I can't take it, Mick. I can't take it, Mick. I'm going to kick his ass. I'm going to kick his ass. and Mick knew the deal. Mick say, this guy will murder you. You understand what I'm saying? So what happened was this. Rocky stopped believing in himself. And I bet some of us stopped believing in ourselves too. So the thing about being cocky is that's overcompensation, right? You don't want to compensate. You want to be humble. You understand what I'm saying? You want to be able to move like your boy Mayweather. Mayweather, is he cocky or is he arrogant?
Both.
Or humble?
He both.
He cocky and arrogant.
He cocky and arrogant. Why is he cocky and arrogant? Why do you think?
You where he holds himself.
He
when
can
he's
do
tall.
that.
Okay.
You can't hit him.
What about T.O.? Was T.O. cocky or arrogant?
Hey, cocky.
Huh? Why was he like that? I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times people have to do that so they can believe in themselves. He has to believe that he's the best wide receiver on the court or on the field. Mayweather, he has to believe he's the best boxer walking in that joint. Some of us look at it as being arrogant and all that kind of stuff. I look at it being as he is fulfilling his self-esteem. Okay? Until you beat him, then you can say you're the best. But until then, the boy gonna be like that. So the reason why we want you to understand about being humble, because if you're not humble, you're not gonna be able to receive information. You're gonna go to meetings not listening to people. You know what I mean? You're gonna look at the differences instead of the similarities. Huh? All that stuff. Because we used to go to group upstairs. We used to do group upstairs. There's madness up there. Every time people want to come out is when they want to watch TV. Huh? But if you really want to get your life together, Mike Tyson said this: do what you hate to do like you love it. You understand what I'm saying? Like you love what you hate to do. What does people hate to do? People hate talking about themselves. People hate asking for help. People hate helping other people because you want to keep what you have by giving it away.
Eating right.
Eating right. Nurture, because when we talk holistic, we talking about the whole enchilada. Now,
Humility will result in what? Honor. That's number one. 12 laws of recovery. All right? We got to be humble. I got to be humble. Number 2, powerlessness will result in what? Strength. Has everybody admitted to themselves that they're powerless over the disease of addiction? All right. How about the lifestyle? Who admit that we're powerless over the lifestyle? Who know we'll stop using, but the lifestyle can take us back to what? Yes.
somebody told us the reason why they sold drugs, not for the money, but because people needed them. They get that juice.
Attention.
They get attention. Low self-esteem on steroids. You wait over there, old head. It's hot out here. Okay. You know what I mean? You'll wait there, right? But, that's a crazy situation. But that's what a lot of people do. They do it because they want respect.
Powerlessness will result in what? Strength. I got 14 years strong. But it all started at one day at a time. Admitting that I'm powerless over something I used to love to do. Number 3, forgiveness will result in what? Freedom. Forgiveness will result in what? Freedom.
Forgiveness for who?
Self.
Ourselves.
Who here in prison? Who in prison? In your mind. Because you can't forgive you. That's a prison. All right? And intrusive memories are what? Those thoughts of the people who hurt us. Right? And we live in what? Reminiscing. Thoughts of what, I'm going to get that person. Anybody got revenge on their heart, on their minds? You want to get back? If you see that person again, it's on. Nobody ain't like that?
Revenge, resentments, and so forth. Y'all know what resentments are?
Yep.
What's resentments?
When you dislike somebody for a situation.
Premeditated expectation.
Yeah.
Premeditated expectation.
Yeah. Because you know why? What's going on is if I have a premeditated expectation, I done gave McKnight a trans pass. I done gave him a cigarette. I gave him a soda. Now I asked him for a token. And I see he got the token. Oh, I ain't got it. I got resentments. Because I expect people to treat me the way that I treat them. I expect the good that I did from him to come back from him. But that's not how the world works. You might do good you might be doing some good over here, and good might come over here to you. You follow me? So when you start helping people and doing things, listen, do it unconditionally. Because if you don't do it unconditionally, you're gonna set up a resentment.
Dr. Martin Luther King was in, he wrote a book. I didn't know he wrote a book, right? I think it's called A Path Strides to Freedom. And in line was a psycho woman. And she pulled out a 7-inch envelope.
Envelope opener.
Yeah. And stabbed him. Not too far from an order. So the heart, close to the heart. Right? If he would have sneezed, he would have died. Right? So that means he had to hold on and don't sneeze for how long it took him to what? Recover. When he did recover, he said he forgave the woman who stabbed him. Forgiveness. Easy said than done. The Pope got shot by some cat from Turkey. Tried to assassinate the Pope. He went to go see him at his jail cell. Easy said than what? Done. Forgiveness. Some people are mad right now at somebody who's dead.
Mm.
And they still angry.
No closure.
Unresolved issues always grow up and have what? Babies. Forgiveness is always for us first, not them.
And that resentments, unforgiveness, and all that stuff, guess what that does? It leaves room for active addiction.
Uh-huh.
Because guess what? The disease says, I know how to take care of them.
Uh-huh. How about number 4, y'all? Faith will result in what? Hope. Who got faith that your life will get better? Who had faith in scratch-offs? Yeah. Who got faith in the Eagles tomorrow?
Are they home or away? That depends. Oh, forget about it.
Who they playing?
San Diego, LA, Chargers.
The Chargers, okay. Faith. Who had faith in that woman that she wouldn't leave you?
She would be faithful.
Who had faith that every time you come home, she would cook something?
Maybe even wash up. Sometimes they don't even want to wash up.
Who had to go to court and you had faith in your public defender or lawyer? And they sold you down the river.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
He'll take 20 years.
Faith in the dope man.
What? You like
I
what?
had faith in the dope man.
He had faith in the dope man,
yes,
right?
we did. Yes, we did.
One Muslim brother was here. He said, listen, his cousin wanted to go get a perk. And the guy gave him a disguise perk, 30. He took it, he OD'd, he died. My faith was in things, not my high power. But today, my faith is in what? My high
You
power.
always run in trouble when you look for happiness outside you. Happiness resides on the inside. Even if you with a woman, whatever, friends, whatever, they can only enhance your happiness. But it's called self-esteem for a reason. How you feel about yourself.
Real important. Good food. How about this right here? Service will result in a reward. I like this one. How many guys in service? I like to see men in service and nobody asks you to do it.
Y'all do that?
Clean up the laundry room. Nobody asked them. In service. Yo, listen, the bathroom ain't his detail, but he's in service. Cats eat at the table and it's dirty, but he wiping up. In service. When we watch TV at, he's sweeping up and mopping. In service. Nobody asked them, but he doing it. That speaks volumes. Because how we practice is how we play. And what you do out in here, 9 times out of 10 we're going to do when we get out of there. For real. Cats in service and nobody asks you to be in service. Because guess what? When we're not in service, we can get bored. Boredom and idle time are dangerous. They are giants to a recovering addict. Everybody know about that? When you get bored, when you get idle, what happens? Without a doubt. Stay in service. Find something to do. A brother here on y'all unit probably can't read or write. True story. Bowling Green. 3 weeks ago. We do groups out Bowling Green on Tuesdays. One of the guys was disruptive. He was talking and all that. And I like to zone in on the brothers who bucking and beefing, right? Because I fear nobody but God. But I called on him. Hey, bro, what's about you? He said, I can't read or write. He admitted it. Last week, he told us he did an essay. And that he been what? Selected for what? A recovery facility for 30 days.
A scholarship. You got
a scholarship. The cat who couldn't read.
This young powerful.
Everybody hear that? So it might be a brother here who might lack what? Reading or what? Doing math. And if you might be excellent doing that, you can help that brother. And you could be in service helping another brother on your unit. Because A helps B, but it helps A the most. A helps B, but it helps A the most. A helps B, but it helps A the most. Everybody understand that? Stay in service, y'all. Stay in service, and the reward will be what? The reward be what? What type of reward we get from being in service? Sometimes it's not monetary. Sometimes it's not money. Sometimes it's a peace of mind. Everybody hear that?
It could be freedom.
Yeah. Stay in service. Selfish people don't want to do nothing. They don't want to do nothing.
They only move for $1.
How about surrender?
Give me $1, I'll do it.
How about surrender? Oh yeah, with service that means you're a volunteer. Pro bono. We were doing this for 5 years before we even got a check. Because I love what I do. I love helping people. I love getting help from people. So there was no problem. They don't pay me. It's okay. But my ex-wife said, yo, you can get paid to do this. I said, go to sleep. They don't pay you to talk. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And some guys in here got the gift of gab. And we need you. And we got some secrets and all that, some tips for you if you want to get into to help people and all that. It's a school out the Northeast called Bridgeway. And it's a school for what? For those who do drugs and drink alcohol. And they got 5 students right now. So if anybody bored or idle, needs something to do, your time is almost up, and you don't want to land into nothing, then, we got some help for you.
Because
right?
guess what? We used to always wonder, we said, why they got these recovery programs in the heart of the jungle? Open up a recovery program in 8th and Butler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be like, damn, what's going on? But guess what? Somebody told me it's like New York. If you make it there, you can make it anywhere. Because recovery ain't on the outside of you, it's on the inside of you.
Right.
When I first came back in recovery, guess what? I used to work at a bar. At the end of the night, they give out free liquor and all that kind of stuff, I could have easily got some free liquor. You understand what I'm saying? But what you got to do is we have to learn to say no to ourselves.
Next one. Surrender will result in victory. Everybody surrendered? Everybody surrendered?
You turn in your straights.
What happened to the man who don't surrender? Can he get high again?
What?
Yes. Absolutely.
How about the man who don't accept that what? He can't live that life no more. Will he get high again?
Yes.
How about a dude carry guns? Now he want to be gunless. But now he want to go back to the OK Corral. Yeah, would that be a problem?
Yes.
Yeah, without a doubt. You got to let it go. Surrender, come on.
Tell him about the guy with that was giving away his dope.
Oh! The guy was saying, at Cadenzia, he said, listen, anybody know about Kensington? What's that store down there called? One Stop?
Yeah. Quick Stop.
Quick Stop. Thank you, brother. He worked at Quick Stop. 30 days ago, Monday, at 13th of Spring Garden, he's at Spring Garden. He left. 30 days ago, when he was out there selling drugs. Y'all know about ice? He said he was selling ice. Y'all know what ice is?
Yeah.
What's ice? That's meth. Oh, yeah, okay. He was selling ice. And and something hit him. He had a spiritual awakening. He said, like something hit him and he's like, here. He started giving away the drugs. He wasn't selling them, just giving it away. Then true story. Then he found himself in crisis. And from crisis, he ended up at what? Cadenzia. That same night, watching the news at Cadenzia. What did he say? What's it? One Stop?
Quick Stop.
Quick Stop. Quick Stop. A dude got shot 13 times and died on his shift.
Dang.
The shift that he works at Quick Stop.
Could have been him.
Could have been him.
It could have been you.
You follow what I'm
Feel
saying?
me?
So do God's grace and mercy saved his life. Saved his life. For real. He just started giving away drugs. Who just give away drugs like that? They didn't give it that. That was his work. So he didn't owe nobody enough. I guess he got the pack and he started selling it for him. He started giving it away. He said, I got to get rid of this. I got to go get help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Surrender, y'all. Surrender. Real important. They say surrender quietly or die violently.
Let me say that again.
Surrender quietly or die violently. Got to surrender. Got to. All right? Pull your pants up, Derek. We men today. We're not little boys. King babies. Are they on your unit? King babies. When you don't want to watch that on television. Okay.
Hey, you know what? I be watching people, man. When they be walking with the pants down and all that. I used to work at Gratisford.
Yeah.
I used to work at George W. Hill and all that stuff. Pulling them pants down, walking around like that, that's a dangerous situation. I'm for real. You got some people that's real predators, man. I don't care. You hold your hands, whatever. They'll get some people to hold your hand. You understand what I'm saying? The wrong way. So tell your people to pull them pants up.
Next one, y'all. Restitution will result in what? Closure. Who owe people money? Who owe people amends?
We ain't talking about the drug dealers.
Amends. Yeah.
I owe Rocco about $30. No, I'm not talking about that.
Restitution. All right.
Because listen, you say you're sorry for stealing their TV. Guess what they really want too?
Their TV.
They want their TV back.
Yeah.
You don't want you in your face smiling. No, give them back their TV. Give them back what you took. And also, sometimes we say we never stole nothing for our families. You ever hear people say that? But when you out for weeks and months and years at a time, you done stole your people peace of mind. They're watching TV. Is that Bernie? Is that Billy? What's going on? So you see how we affect people?
My brother don't even like answering phone numbers he don't know. He always thinks it's somebody calling and telling him I'm dead.
Wow. How much time you got clean now, brother?
About a month and a half.
Give it to him.
Yay.
God bless.
You gonna get it together.
God bless you. Restitution will result in what? Closure. How about this right? Listening will result in what? Learning. Listening will lead to what? Learning. Anybody working on that? What's the difference between listening and hearing? Is it a difference?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Listening and hearing.
You hear him? What was that? Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
They be talking, and he don't be paying attention. They just be quack, 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 quack.
If he was, when I was out in the storm, if he wasn't talking about money, everything was what? Charlie
Quack,
Brown.
quack, quack.
So when you start talking about money,
$5. What was that? A job? That's how they be. They be sleep the whole job. Then you tell, oh, we got a job, $20 an hour. They jump up out the chair.
yeah. Hey, stop listening. What was that?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, or women. Or when when she talking about all this, what I gotta do, I ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? What I should have did, I ain't listening. But when she talking about listen, she want to get busy. Man, I'm listening. I only listen to what? For self gratification. All right, now I'm listening for what? Delayed gratification today.
right.
I'm listening. When you're listening, you're learning. How about when men don't talk? Can you still listen to body language? Yeah. Okay. Can you tell when a man miserable or bitter on your unit?
What's some of the signs?
Attitude. Any guys hold the phone hostage?
Knowing they only got 10 minutes, now they on their John 20. Taking somebody's time.
Yeah. Listen. Listen to something. What?
He's like, I'm the phone hostage. I take phones hostage.
And a lot of guys too, y'all. Listen, when you leave here, listen. This place prepare you for the next place that you're going to.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have recovery programs. You know they be eating people foods. Everybody know that? You probably been in programs before, right? They will eat your food, right? Put a sandwich in there. He got a hoagie in there. I'm hungry, but my mouth closed. My pride, I got pride. I won't say I'm hungry. Can I get a piece? Or you got $3, so go get me a sandwich. He put a sandwich in there, and he walks away.
A whole bite out of it. What? House meeting, 3 a.m.
That's right. That's how I was raised. Stop and surrender. Yo, emergency house meeting 2 o'clock in the morning over a goddamn sandwich. Who ate the man's sandwich? Can I go back to sleep? You better get back up at 5:30. Especially the cook had to get up at 5 over a goddamn sandwich. Because somebody was so what? Hungry. But they didn't have what? They couldn't humble themselves to ask for help.
And a friend of ours told us they'd rather steal than ask. You know why?
Rejection.
They'd rather say I'm sorry than ask for permission.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
That can get you something.
That'll get you something. Because you let me and hear this joint, you don't know who going through what.
Right.
You holding on that phone longer, that person's mom might have died.
Right.
Their daughter might have got raped or something. And you hold on to the phone. Now what's going to happen is it's going to be gasoline.
Right.
And you don't even know. You're just worrying about you and your little girlfriend.
Right.
But you might walk into a real problem.
That's real.
So try to treat people with respect, the respect that you want. If you do that, your recovery going to go smooth. But if you want to be Billy Badass,
it's always
Joey Gangster is always somebody. Yo, and there's another thing about that. When they say in jail, when you got somebody that's real quiet, leave them the fuck alone. Because they got a lot on their mind. They'll explode on you. You might just be like, yo, let me get a cigarette. I'm telling you, mother. You know what I mean? And they snap on you. Try to treat, because people are going through a lot, man.
Sacrifice will result in what? Self-discipline. Sacrifice will lead to what? Self-discipline.
They said at night, don't alter your life. Take your life to the altar. You understand that? Because we're trying to control. They say when you're in control, you what?
Out of control.
You take your life to the altar. You take it to your higher power. You let your higher power do the work. Because when you fixing a car, you can't fix a car while driving down the street, can you? What you got to do? Take it to the mechanic, put it on the lift. They go up under there and they do that work, right? That's what they talking about recovery. You got to sit still. You got to do the work so you can become the best person you can be.
Sacrifice. Doing something that I don't want to do, but I need to do till I get to the point that I want to be. Sacrifice. Everybody understand that? I like watching TV. I like Turner Classics. I like comedy shows. I like drama. I like suspense. But I like to read also. So I got to turn that TV off and read. If I want to get what? More information.
Hey,
because good teachers are good students first.
That's right.
And you can't give nobody nothing if you ain't giving yourself something.
You guys read books here? Y'all read books? You should try to at least read 2 hours a week. I'm telling you, you got to read. You know what I mean? You got to shake up that gray matter. Because we on automatic. That's why we just use, I don't know, it's like a robot. That's what you ain't gonna use. Because you're not using your mind. You know, to be aware is to be alive. Yeah. You know? So take time out. Do some reading. It ain't gonna kill you. They used to kill slaves for trying to read. Did you pick up a book, Willie? No, Mr. Boss, I ain't pick up no books. Now people won't pick up a book. You know what I mean? Your education is your freedom, I'm trying to say.
Yeah, slaves used to get whipped for learning how to read and pray. Because when you wake the mind up, listen.
You're dangerous. What Steve Biko said?
Huh?
Steve Biko.
Oh, the greatest weapon in the hand of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. Everybody hear that? Uh-huh. So people downtown who write legislations saying that we're going to do this and we're going to do that. It's no money in peace. Everybody understand that? All the money is in what? Chaos.
Rah.
Violence. Very good. Drug use. OD. Look at K&A. They can clean that place up in one day if they wanted to.
They don't want to.
Thank you. Because when election comes, sometimes you can't even find drugs.
Nope.
Do y'all know?
Election pops off. Oh, no crap.
You know this
Exactly.
this district attorney race just now? 111,078 people voted for him. 58,000 voted for his opponent. So altogether, that's like almost under 170,000 people voted for the district attorney of Philadelphia, and we are what, like 2.5 million?
I think we're like 2
million plus.
2.1.
Almost 170,000 people voted for 2 million people. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're on drugs, when you're on rehabs, you probably not thinking about voting. So it's subtraction. You know what I mean? They just subtract. Keep the drugs, keep the this, keep the that, and then we only need to get 100,000 votes.
All that killing is going on. You can never put that's why they get it wrong. You can never put a physical solution on a spiritual problem.
That's right.
It's spiritual. All this killing, we almost at 500 murders. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. It's not even Christmas yet. Or the New Year's, and we are almost at 500. We're going to pass last year. It's spiritual, not physical. And we have too many entertainment and gadgets and the music and all that feeds that negativity. A killer, you got to change his mind.
Yeah.
A killer, you got to get to his heart. Then he changed. But that takes too much work. They want to come after the fact. We need, what was the thing before the crime? Before the killing? Before the rape? Before you sell drugs?
Reactive.
Yes.
Well, proactive.
Yeah, but there's no money in that. So quiet is kept. Frankenstein is off the table. In the back. Come on, mama.
We have lunch at 12.
Okay.
Oh, guys.
Go ahead.
Well, listen. I want you guys. Who's leaving soon? Leaving soon. I didn't bring it. I didn't bring the flyer. But JBS is hiring $19.50 an hour, and they have
That's the slaughterhouse, right?
Yeah, they hiring for cutters. Cutters is like, I think they're paying $26 an hour. 26 or 28 to be a cutter. And most likely all the jobs there, you train it and you can do it. You feel me?
215.
You know the number?
215-723-5555. That's JBS.
Yeah, give them a call.
555.
Yeah. All right. Huh?
Do you need experience?
No experience. They're trained.
They train.
All right.
Who woke us up, y'all?
God.
Grant us serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
God